If I was told that I would be able to go to the studio and like give advice about reasonable stuff in competitive Call of Duty, I would literally walk. I would walk to the fucking place. I'm not saying I'd go in there and change everything and give this like perfect catered competitive game, like to sit down and like go through spawns and just be like, they need to be more consistent and like they're not consistent right now. Like little things like that, just the bare minimum, bro. Red dots, dead silence, audio, like, you know what I mean? Like, Activision clearly has data that shows building for competitive more than a tiny amount is bad for revenue, though. Yeah, that's why I'm not asking for that, but I'm also going to rebuttal with you that Activision also has a multi-million-dollar league with a lot of people investing a lot of money in it, and I'm assuming those people are not very happy that the games that are coming out are probably not the best. I would say that that statement's a little bit more acceptable before the CDL was a thing, but there's millions and millions and millions of dollars by other people invested in it. And again, like, bro, I'm not saying that they have to go cater to the fucking competitive side to the point where like they're losing revenue on their casual play. Bro, changing a fucking spawn on the map is not that much fucking effort. Simple. You're not telling me that changing a hardpoint spawn on maps is catering to competitive. Like that's not a revenue thing. Bro, adding the option of having red dots in private match is not that is not gonna fuck your revenue up. That argument is just not enough. That is a shitty fucking argument. I don't even think multiplayer right now in general is like super popular compared to like, you know, BRs and stuff. But like, again, bro, I'm not saying they should come out with a game that's made for fucking competitive. I'm saying that the millions and millions and millions of dollars invested, like, you should at least get some changes. I'm not even gonna lie, like, bro, the spawn system changed once this year, and it was relatively a step in the right direction, and, like, people were kind of happy with it at first, and then they never made another spawn change again. If you said that having a multi-million-dollar fucking CDL team that is city represented across the fucking country was realistic 5 years ago, no one would have said that. That's true. You can't just say, like, that's not realistic and just, like, fucking roll over and be like, whatever. If there was not a league, like, I understand it. People are investing millions of dollars and trying to make money and all this other stuff on this league. Like, even with some of the Call of Duties, like, not being the best, like, they're still, like, obviously trending in the right direction. But again, like, the mindset of just, like, complacency and just, like, whatever, like, it's still doing good, like, who cares? It's just stupid. People shouldn't be investing and trying to make this work and, like, all this other stuff without getting a little bit of support. Bro, we got, like, 2 gun updates for an entire season. This game ended, the CDL season ended, and Infinity Ward tweeted out, like, we're making competitive style maps. You shouldn't be able to be on this much of a different page with a league like that. Like, bro, the CDL's doing a great job from their end and stuff, but at the end of the day, like, bro, like, there has to be some more unison between the fucking two. And I know, like, when I say this, it comes off as I'm, like, whining and shit, but, like, bro, like, the reality of how much money is invested in it, bro, you should get the bare minimum, period. There's no argument to that. Bro, I think there was 2 events this year that Challengers players practice for, which, again, at the end of the day, you know, it's always a risk trying to be a professional athlete, esports fucking player, anything, like, you know what I mean? But, like, bro, these guys are putting, like, their, like, livelihoods on the line, probably trying to go, like, taking off work. Like, a lot of people probably go to school and work and shit. They want to obviously take the risk of being a pro. Imagine trying to do all that, play 15 hours a day, do that shit to show up to the event, and they change the spawns on you. Everything that you just practiced for, they change the spawns on you the day of the event. You're telling me that that update can't come out on Monday instead of that Friday? I'm not asking for an entire game to be like fucking Counter-Strike that's fucking made for that. I just think there has to be a little bit more togetherness between the two just to make the scene a little bit better. And there's, even with that being said, there's always going to be decisions that are made that aren't going to make everybody happy. That's the reality of it. But, like, bro, some of the decisions that are made are like a fucking punch in the fucking teeth. It sucks. And it's extremely annoying. And that's just what it is. If we weren't in an extremely serious league with a lot of money being flown around and all of that other stuff, I would totally be on the side of, like, I get it. But we're not. I know Activision's been through a fucking lot. Yeah, I get that. But, like, bro, at the same time, too, like, my point is, like, how there is such a disconnect between the developers of some of these games and Activision and the league. I don't understand that. And there's a lot of people that work at Activision that I know, like, you know what I'm saying, that really want the best for the league and stuff. There are a lot of people with that. And again, it might not even be people on that side. Again, like, I don't think Infinity Ward's the biggest fan of competitive Call of Duty. I'm going to be the one to say it. I don't think they like competitive COD that much. I don't know if that's 100% accurate, but, like, I don't think they do. I just feel like asking for the bare minimum with this league intact, the fact that that's not always there is, like, so confusing to me. A lot of this stuff is out of my pay grade, and to be completely fucking honest with you, there's some stuff that I probably don't fully understand, and, like, I could be wrong about right now. And I'm sure if there was, you know, someone that was watching, they could probably be a little bit annoyed that, like, I'm saying some of this stuff where it's like, maybe I don't understand the ins and outs of how some stuff work. But I'm telling you, I would love to learn more, because just a little bit would go a long way. And the last thing I guess I'll say on this is Infinite Warfare, Jetpack game. Towards the end of that year, that game was relatively decent for competitive. I know you guys might not have liked that game for pubs. Don't care. They had people like Teep and Merc and shit work for Infinite Warfare and like Infinity Ward and helped out with the competitive side of that game. And bro, that game got drastically fucking better. And they didn't do that much. It was the bare minimum. That's my point. I just feel like there can be a better line of communication, a better line of execution, or something of the sort that could make Call of Duty just slightly better. Because at the end of the day, Call of Duty is not doing a terrible job with making money and all that other stuff. I know. I'm not dumb. I'm not saying it's the end of the world for COD, that COD's gonna die. It won't. But I just think that the respect to the CDL community can just be a little bit better. That's my end of my rant. Now I'm done talking about it. Shit on Donut.